Hi, my name is Sarah Nelson, and I'm a doctoral student in the Public Health Genetics program. In my dissertation, I'm looking at what is happening as people are getting access to their own genetic data. So this is kind of a new era that we're in right now where genetic technologies have gotten cheap enough and accessible enough that people are able to basically take a peek at their own genomes. And I'm really enthusiastic about this project because I am using consumer genetic testing as an example of what might happen when people get access to their genetic data. But I think that as we move forward in the coming years, more people are getting access to genetic data, not just from consumer genetics, but also because genetic testing is going to become more common in the healthcare setting. And also, another way people might get access to their own genetic data is by participating in a research study that allows people to access their data. And that hasn't been traditionally the case for research studies, but is starting to become a bit more common. And so for my dissertation, I am looking at these online interpretation tools that people can kind of put their raw data into and do various sorts of things. So these tools are very varied. Some of them are focused on genealogy research. Some of them are enabling people to learn more about their ancestry. Some of them are focused on giving people health and wellness interpretations. And there's also a varying degree of validity to these different interpretation tools. But it's just really interesting to see all the different tools that have sprung up, all the different types of people who are making tools. So some of them are companies, some of them are academics, some of them are more citizen science types. So I'm looking at these interpretation tools is one thing. I'm also asking people who've done direct-to-consumer testing whether they've accessed their data and why or why not, and which of these tools they're using and what are their experiences there. And as I'm doing this, one of the things that's really surprising to me is how closely some of these online interpretation tools parallel the tools that are used in genetic research. So I've also been working in human genetic research for many years, and I'm familiar with databases and annotation tools that we use there. And a lot of these sort of consumer-facing tools are using some of the same sort of substrates, some of the underlying information. So I've been somewhat surprised and really intrigued about how there seems to be these sort of two parallel paths of consumers getting access to their data and making use of some of the resources that researchers use. So I'm excited to learn more about that.